Hi, I'm Courtney and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to start putting up our Christmas lights for 2023. I do have a friend helping me today, so Alicia's going to be in a bit of this video too. And she's helped me first of all with these solar lights. They're Lightworks from Bunnings. They're 1,200 lights. It's almost 60 meters in a single strand. This is my first time ever using solar lights as well, because we're going to be putting them on this straight tree right here. And we obviously don't want to have to run power cables over the footpath. So solar for the first time, we'll see how it goes. All right, let's get stuck into it. Well, that is the front street tree done. Thanks again, Alicia. We learned a few lessons along the way with this one. First of all, it is definitely a two-person job. Don't try it by yourself. Second lesson is that you need a large ladder. A step ladder just won't cut it, and I wouldn't recommend trying to climb the tree. I gave that a bit of a whirl and it wasn't too fun for extended periods. Third thing, which is a really important lesson we learned, with such a long strand of lights, it was much easier to pop the majority of the lights inside a large Ziploc bag and just work with a small section at a time for each branch and then pull out more as you needed them. This made it much easier to go around the branches without getting caught as you went. And the last thing is it took us a bit of time to actually just get this one tree done. How long, Alicia, do you reckon it took?
About 3 hours, roughly.
Yeah. So set aside a bit of an afternoon, 2 people, it's a fun one. We're not going to be taking these lights down ever because it took us so long and I think they're going to look great all year round. Now, let us show you what it's going to look like tonight. So starting with the fairy lights along the gutters here, I'm going to be using another Lightworks product again from Bunnings. Now this is 2,000 LEDs in the white color. They're both indoor and outdoor use, and the lit length is 27.9 meters. Now these, like I said, are a fairy type lights. So they do hang down just a little bit, also known as icicle. Now with those, hanging them is so much easier when you have the right clips to go in your gutters. I use the all-in-one clips. Now these are from a special supplier local to me, but I will give you a close-up of what they actually look like. Now with these particular plastic clips, they go over the gutter. The front bottom piece here is for the icicle to hang off. This top bit is where I run the rope through, the solid white rope I'm going to be doing above that. And this back piece is actually where I'm going to hook in for the roof items to be connected up and down. So all 3 sections of this clip are going to help me with 3 different types of light I'm installing. I also will be starting up here on the gutters in the middle of the house. With these 2 sets of lights, I know one distance will run from here around the front, and the other distance, the second box of these I have, will run from here around the back of the house. By starting in the middle, I know I'm closest to where I have a power source as well. The other important trick is to make sure you test your lights before you hang any of them. So I'm going to go ahead and get these plugged in, check they're working, and then we can start hanging them on the roof. Now finish these icicle lights along the entire gutter, and I'm going to go ahead and pop my rope type lighting in that same bracket that I've placed along the gutter lines across the top of this, and that's going to go around that exact same distance too. So this afternoon I just wanted to work on getting our wreath, doormat and some detailed decorations for the front here hung as well. So we're going to do that now. So day 3 of doing the Christmas lights, we're just doing a little quick section of it this afternoon because we've had a bit of a busy day, but we're going to go ahead and string tinsel, silver tinsel, along the eaves of the front of the house only. We went to Kmart and got these 6 meter long strands. Now they were only $2 each and we've got 5 of them in total. And then we just got some zip ties to be able to connect them. Earlier today as well, we did stick some little command hooks along the eaves, 1 meter intervals apart. So now, yeah, we're just going to string this and kind of loop it between them all. Okay, so we're on to day 4, and as you can probably tell by now, I'm just doing little bits and pieces, just one section of this overall Christmas look each day. Today I wanted to get done our fabric nutcrackers here. So I've got 3 really big nutcrackers. These are again from Bunnings. You can probably tell I grab a lot of my stuff from there. And these have 100 LEDs in them, so they do light up as well. And overall height of them is pretty tall. They do come in at 1.5 meters in height, so they look really cool. Alright, next item on the agenda for day 4 of Christmas decorating is hanging these giant jumbo bauble ornaments in between the silver tinsel that we hung yesterday on day 3. So I'm going to hang these on every second loop. Alright, I'm going to get them hung and strung with fishing line and then I'll be installing them all today. Now it's also really important that if you're going to hang lights on anything like this hedge or on your grass, that you do give them a trim before you pop the lights on there, because that's going to allow them to stay on there as long as possible before you need to re-trim that plant again. So I'm going to go ahead and trim this hedge right now before you lay some lights on it in the next few days. Alright, it's time for me to hang my really large Merry Christmas sign. It's in a rainbow color scheme, another Bunnings special, and I'm going to be hanging it actually in front of the garage door here. I always find this is a really tricky place to style, but we don't actually pop cars or go in and out of the garage too much, so it's not going to be too hard to have something sitting here just for about a month or 2. I'm going to try and put it about a foot below these baubles, and I'm going to use those same gutter hooks I've used for these top lights here and hang it with some fishing line. Next on the agenda for today is actually turning one of my front street lights here into a candy cane. So I'm going to be using some red tinsel and some of our white rope lights, the same ones that are around our gutters here, to go up in a spiral pattern. I'm going to try and get as high as I can, and that way it's going to be really effective when people drive around the corner here and see the front of the house. I'm going to mainly be using zip ties, 2 sizes, so big ones to go around the actual pole itself, and then I'm going to put little ones underneath that to attach both the tinsel and the lights to. As you can see, I just went around and looped the tinsel and then followed through in the gaps with the white light. It's going to look awesome over night time. Obviously be really careful if you're using a ladder, and if you can try and get 2 people, that's always definitely preferred. Okay, so it's straight home from work this afternoon, and I'm gonna get stuck into some more Christmas lights. Really focusing on this front garden bed and the side hedge here today that's feeling really empty. I'm gonna be filling that up with some light up candy canes. Now I have bought these from a different store this time. This is from Christmas World. And they are packs of 20 candy canes. Now the actual light point for these is in the middle, and then you've got 10 candy canes on each side. I've got this brand new box for the side hedge, but I've also got last year's candy canes, the exact same box again, that I'm gonna be using too. All right, time to install the candy canes. So today is going to be the last day, hopefully, of our Christmas decorating. I've enlisted the help of my partner Ryan to do all the final touches. We've got heaps more to go. So today is going to be a big push to get all the final pieces into place. Let's get it done.
Can't wait.
Next on the agenda for this afternoon is this side hedge that I trimmed the other day. So we're going to pop the net lighting on here. Ryan, how big is this one?
9.6 meters by 2.4.
Cool, so hopefully we're going to cover the majority of this hedge. If not, we're going to do just that back section because there's heaps happening at the front of the house. So next up we've got our giant Christmas wreath here that we're popping on this side fence. This is where we popped all those long lights down the other day with Alicia earlier in the video. This Christmas wreath is one that we got from Costco a few years ago. It's really big in size, so it's actually 1.5 meters in diameter overall. So it is huge and a really great centerpiece for this fence. So there is our Christmas wreath done now and looking awesome. As I said, it's huge, standing at 1.5 meters tall, and a really great purchase we got from Costco a few years ago. So one of the last last items for today is going to be popping these white string lights, fairy lights, through all the garden beds. So I've got 2 boxes of 600 LED lights in the cool white color, and this is going to be strung through this first garden bed here, and then I've got another box to do the other garden bed. That thing connects through to the hedge and the big back fence. It looks like one big continuation. I will start these lights by plugging them in at the power point first and then bringing them out from there, just to make sure I obviously can connect to the power, because it's a bit trickier on this side of the house. So our magnolia tree here is looking a little boring, and I'm going to add some LED tube lights to this one. I'm going to choose the green color to help tie some more color into this whole garden bed as well. So I was really hoping we were going to get this finished off yesterday with Ryan's help, but I do have a few last little pieces today to get done this morning before work. So I'm going to get this front set of fairy lights popped in the garden bed through here, and then I'm going to jump up on the roof for a little bit and get the last few pieces done there and a few more details around the front of the house. Okay, let's get this finished. Okay, so this morning I'm jumping up onto the roof here to install some red LED lights across the whole roof. Hopefully this will look a little bit like Santa's hat with the red top and then the white trim around our gutters and eaves. So I do have from Christmas World a set of 600 LED lights in red, and this one is a pretty long length, running 60 meters of the actual lit length, and then another 7 meters of cable to help me get back to a power source. Alright, hopefully my gutter hooks all work to help clip this in. Let's give it a try. I've got 2 boxes and hopefully we get most of the roof done. Another one of my favorite features every year is making our front posts, all 4 of them around our front veranda, into candy canes. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap them with our felt red ribbon now. Alright, so they are all done now and I think they look awesome. We just have a few small pieces to finish this morning and then we're done, ready for the big reveal. I will show you what all these lights look like when they're lit up tonight. So I still want to jazz this other tree on the right hand side of our home up a little bit more. The green lights down the bottom look awesome over nighttime and I can't wait for you to see it all. But I'm going to add just this little box of 100 LEDs in the cool white again. This is a total of just 10 meters of length. I'm going to run it to the power box on this side. Alright, lucky last for this entire light up Christmas video is just doing our letterbox. Let's get into it. All right, so we're just gonna do the letterbox lucky last, and this is gonna be some red rope lighting. Now I have just covered the address on my letterbox here for privacy reasons. That's the only reason the blue tape is there. And I'm just sticking in some gutter hooks between this stacked stone in order for this to hook into. Alright, that's the lucky last letterbox all done, and now it's time for the big reveal. Let's go.